everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome, and thank you everyone for watching. I am here at home in New York, baby, right? I'm so excited to be here and spend some time with my loved ones, bask in the city air and hear the city noises. It's refreshing to me, believe it or not, right? It's my home. So today I'm talking about individuals' rights, right? Which is of extreme importance and also a very touchy subject for me. I'll start with where you can find individuals' rights, right? Normally, it can be retrieved from the DBHS website. That is abbreviated for Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services, right? You would have to look it up for your state, and it should generally be the same for each state, right? Today, I will touch on number one, the history. Number two, the list of rights, right? Number three is the mission. Number four, the importance. And then I'll wrap it up with number five, right? And that's how to accomplish the mission, right? So that's the things that I'm going to be talking about today. And like I said in my last video, I do not play about my individuals that I have worked with and the ones that I will work with in the near future, right? And if you know me, you know that, right? So, and if you are passionate in this field, and generally have a sense of empathy, the following is not up for debate. You know that. You already know, right? It's not up for debate whatsoever. So, okay, let's delve in with number one, right? Number one is the history, right? The foundation of the Office of Human Rights, right? And which is OHR. The Office of Human Rights is OHR, is abbreviated. So if you see that, that's what that means, right? It was established in May of 1978 through the appointment of first state human rights, right, director. So that's SRHD. That's the state's human rights director. So if you see that, that's what that means, right? By the commissioner. Prior to that appointment, the first regulation was established later in that same year. The OHR began, right, to shape through implementing human rights in all facilities. And of course, when you are opening or have an open licensed assisted living facility or residential care home, it has to be licensed by the state, of course, right? So you must abide by these rights, these regulations, these rules, right? So here is number two. Here, this is going to be the list of the individual's rights, right? And number one is the right to be treated with dignity and respect. The right to be told about your support plan. That's what I talked about, support plan in another video, right? The support plan, right? And then the right to have a say in your support plan. That's the ISP meeting I spoke about. Remember that. The right to have a say in your support plan. The right to, number four is the right to speak to others in private. That's number four. Number five is the right to have your complaints resolved, right? The rights, number six is the right to say what you prefer, right? So just like you can say what you want, they can say what they want, right? They are adults and they have the right to say what they want, right? Number seven, the right to ask questions and to be told about your rights, right? At any time. I'll get into that. All right. And the right to get help with your rights. So they have the right to get help with the rights. And I'll talk about that. So these are their rights and they are important. So number three is the mission of human rights is to monitor compliance with the human rights regulations and by promoting the basic precepts of human dignity, right? Managing the DBHDS human rights complaint resolution program, right? And advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities in their service delivery systems. So what I just stated is directly from the DBHS website, but so let me put it in a little simple terms if I can, right? So the Office of Human Rights monitor human right rules by putting out the general perceptions of human dignity, or by managing the DBHS human rights complaints. And then once they get the complaints, they figure out what it is, then start advocating for the rights of individuals with disabilities, right? Not sure how simple I put that, but I try to put it simple again. But I know you got it. It's all a process in order to protect individuals and their rights, right? So number 4, let's talk about the importance of it. Just imagine you not having rights as an adult, and the only way you are able to do something is if another person allows you to, right? Not even good to even imagine. So human rights came up with human rights specifically for individuals that their rights have most likely been violated at some point, right? And they probably weren't even valued, perhaps. So I want to talk about why I feel it's important to me personally. It's dehumanizing to mistreat an individual just because of their physical or mental disability, right? These individuals are not different than me or you, and they should be treated as such, right? They have the right to register to vote. They have the right to find love and get married. They have the right to have children, to hold a license, to have a career, to have a business, live alone, live a life that everyone else lives, right? To even think for 1 minute that these things that are not impossible for them due to their disabilities is demoralizing and is ignorant, right? So I'm here to educate people on how uneducated it sounds. To even imagine that they cannot accomplish that every day, accomplish what everyday so-called normal people accomplish, right? It's crazy to even think that. So now I'm gonna be brutally honest. I know some individuals that accomplish more than people out here who have no known disabilities, right? Just plain lazy and have a privileged, unmotivated mindset, right? Shame. And those probably are the same people that think that these individuals are not like them. To think that. Now that I'm done with that for now, right? I'm done with that. So, in conclusion, the individual's rights must be posted in your facilities or homes, preferably their bedrooms, and visible to all staff, right? Staff must do a training, testing on individuals' rights. There must be a copy of their rights in their files. They must be handed a copy and read to them when they request it at any time. So if they ask you, I don't know how to read that, or if they tell you to read that, you need to read it for them. We are there to help them. I don't care what's going on. If they ask you to read their rights, you're going to read their rights to them at any point in time. It must be posted in their bedrooms that they rent from you at all times. If it's messed up, get another copy, put it up there in their files, right? There is much more to individual rights, right? But you could go on the DBHDS website and look up human rights. I do like to keep my videos short as possible, but informative, right? So let's get into number 5. Let me tell you how to respect and accomplish this in your business, right? And as staff. Proper training. This is what I live by this, right? And this is a good one. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you're always ready, you don't have to get ready, right? I'm extremely proactive, right? And if your staff knows everything that they need to know about them, they will treat them and with the empathy and really genuine about this work. They will do what they have to do, right? I live by this one, right? And as I said, it must be posted, right? Right there for everyone to see. Proper documentation, meaning like I said in the notes, it must be documented, the choices you gave the individuals that day. So you're giving them their rights, right? The choice you gave them that day by adhering to their Part 5, that's derived from the ISPs, like I talked about in the documentation. I talked about ISPs, right? With their desired outcomes, right? Listen to them. For instance, I had, and you could, some of them are nonverbal, so you can listen to them by looking, right? Things that they do, right? I had let's say his name was Bob. He came in the other day and he was not feeling well. He couldn't verbalize it, but I knew, and I had to call an ambulance, right? Listen to them. Verbal, nonverbal, listen, right? Read their rights, right? And abide by them. Read their rights and abide by their rights. That's so simple, right? However, keep in mind that as a care worker or owner, you have to explain some decisions that they may make on their own. You're not telling them what to do, but explain it because they might not understand. Just to make it clear to them, not telling them what to do. And you know, if it is something harmful to them or to others, we may have to intervene in an appropriate way. Which brings me to therapeutic options, which I'll be talking about in my next video. I will not be training anyone in therapeutic options because I don't have my certifications as of yet. Coming soon to a YouTube video near you, right? However, I will give you some insights on what it is, and why it is important as well. So I think I cooked the meat and potatoes for you. I didn't just give you the recipe, right? You think so? So what I hope my viewers got out of this video is the importance of individuals' rights, how it began, you know, and I've witnessed staff abuse, verbally and physically abuse individuals, right? And each time they have gotten reported by me personally. Some fired, some resigned. Now this is while working for other assisted living businesses. And I had one case with a company, they did not fire a worker, right? And I did not want to have anything to do with it, so I resigned because I can't sit there and watch you abuse anybody anyone, but just definitely not someone that can't speak up for themselves, right? That's crazy, right? But as a care worker, you know, you are mandated reporter, and I'm gonna get into a whole video about mandated reporting. I'm gonna get into a whole video about that one, and that one's gonna be real serious, right? So I will get into that, definitely another video, like I said, and I will not tolerate that here at Serene Life Now. We will not be tolerating that at all, right? And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are not genuinely empathetic person, this is not for you, right? You can find a career doing something else that you love. All right, at Serene Living Now, the individual's rights are our top priority, right? Not tolerating any of that stuff, right? It's genuinely empathetic, right? Did not know, oh, I'm doing it for a paycheck. Like I said, go somewhere else and go a lot of other places you can work at instead of messing with people's lives, like I say in each video. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to finish enjoying my city with a nice brunch this afternoon. Until next time, have a blessed day, everyone.